Hi guys, Gary from Gary Games, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more Dragon Age content. Alright guys, so Dragon Age the Veilguard, one of the most, if not the most decisive games of the year, has finally come out, and as of this recording, it has an all-time peak on Steam of close to 75,000 players. So I played about 3 hours of it so far on my Xbox Series X, and it's just sort of okay. The writing is really bad. It does feel like a modern day writing from a Marvel movie, and the art style is just really weird. Like, I don't know why they went with this cheap, like, knockoff of Pixar. Like, the characters look so smooth and plastic. It's just a really bad choice in my opinion. Like I said, the combat's pretty decent. I'm playing as a warrior class. I like that you have the ability to swap on the fly between a sword and shield or going with a, two-handed weapon. I'm going to stop playing on my Xbox. I don't like their DVR system. So I'm going to pick up again once I get my PS5 Pro this Thursday coming up. And I will also be reviewing the game on my PS5 Pro as well too. So look forward to that. Okay, back to the Steam numbers since that's what the mainstream media is creaming over. So like I said, as of this recording, which is Friday the 1st, these numbers are for EA single player games. The game has peaked at close to 75,000 players, beating out Jedi Survivor at almost 68,000. Still, that game did come out extremely buggy, especially on PC, so I really want to compare the two. It fell short of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which peaked at 86,000, and The Sims 4, which peaked at 96,000, compared to other single-player games. Compared to other single-player fantasy RPG games, The Witcher 3, one of my all-time favorite games, had a peak of 103,000. Elden Ring peaked at a whopping 952,000. Dragon's Dogma 2 peaked at 228,000. And the one game a lot of people are comparing this to, Baldur's Gate 3, peaked at 875,000. But I would say this game's real direct competition would be Dragon's Dogma 2. They are both over-the-shoulder third-person action-adventure games set in a fantasy world filled with monsters, dragons, and other sorts of fantastical monsters. And in comparison, it's doing poorly with Veilguard at 75,000. Dragon's Dogma peaked at 228,000. Now, we still have Saturday and Sunday, but I don't see it moving much higher, but we'll see. And let's not forget, this game has been in development for almost 6 years, originally starting development in 2015 and being canceled and then restarted in 2018. I have a feeling EA is not too happy with these numbers. It's not like this was some small title. This is Dragon Age, a huge franchise. This game should have been closer to Dogma's numbers. Veilguard's peak is closer to the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which peaked at 60,000 players, and over on Metacritic is currently standing at an 84 and has an abysmal user rating of 3.3, and that 84 score is from so-called journalists. I would be very skeptical of that review, as we know EA picked who and who didn't get a review code, and I'm pretty sure EA and the legacy outlets worked together and decided who from each company would review this game. So at 84, I would say is closer to a 75. And over on a website called PC Games N, an article written by Alex McHugh mentions that Veilguard has passed Inquisition by 500%. This guy's really pulling off some crazy mental gymnastics to make the game look like it's pulling off some crazy spectacular numbers. Inquisition was released on the consoles in 2014 and only came to Steam 6 years later in 2020. It's just more attempts from mainstream media to simp for these giant corporations. Alright, on to the conversation that Smash JT apparently had with a disgruntled employee over at BioWare. He spoke to him on the phone. And boy, oh boy, things at BioWare look really, really bad. Worse than we could have ever imagined. The employee told Smash that the company has been completely taken over by the woke mind virus and they are actively discriminating against men and only hiring people that would tote the DEI agenda the company is trying to push. The employee said he's been working in games for decades and has been working at BioWare for 4 years, and that this problem is not only affecting BioWare, but is spreading throughout the entire gaming industry. He said these companies are only promoting liberal white women, trans women, and any woman that identifies with the LGBTQA+ agenda, and hold down everybody else, even a few gay men who don't identify with the alphabet mafia and just want to live normal lives. These people really are weirdos, and like, this is a cult to them. This disgruntled employee even said it doesn't matter how good you can code or if you're, a great artist, they're only hiring based on gender and ideological compliance. And say you do get a job there and you're just a regular dude or lady, you better not step out of line or question management about the game or, say any kind of thing that's, not part of their agenda, or you will be out of the door quickly and blackballed in the industry. The employee also said things got a whole lot worse at the company when Veilguard's game director Coran Bush came on board. He said he gave special treatment to people who were non-gender conforming and even pushed ideological adherences over merit and talent. It seems like this guy brought morale down at the whole studio. I mean, just look at him. He looks miserable in both pictures. His eyes don't look happy. The employee also described Buy right now as a course being worn by EA filled with a bunch of yes men and cult-like pandering weirdos, and that Veilguard is a bunch of transgender DEI propaganda through and through. He also mentioned that all this DEI shit has been pushed into the studio, all the internal problems going on, and just how poorly the studio has been managed is finally catching up to itself. He also said there are rumors going on that the EA will be doing cutbacks soon, and everybody at the studio is very nervous right now about their jobs. And whether you believe the story or not, that's up to you to decide. There's a lot more to the story. If you want to watch the full video from Smash JT, I will have it linked down below in the description if you want to check it out. I highly recommend you do. I believe, and I used to champion the return of BioWare, but after seeing all this shit and all the forced DI politics in this game, I say fuck them, let them bury themselves. Until next time guys, take care.